We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready. 70 in. Good track.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Airing this one out for Fitzgerald, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Murray now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
On the set. 6, line 36. I got it.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Green. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
661, match box, light.
Right back to him on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Here we go. Shift. Line 36. Line 36.
Here we go on second and 12. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
That QB's trash. Let's go. 64, weak.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Charlie.
Line 36. Line 36.
2nd and 9 now. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Mark 54. Man, I got you. Check that.
Five.
Back to throw now on first down. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground with Johnson, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15 line.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Tight y'all.
On 3rd down, Green. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Zerline's kick is up and through. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 22.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
With the score, Packers 3.
3 down.
Cardinals nothing.
Watch 84.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Murray now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice score.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball? And they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order. That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. In for the score. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
Line 36.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go!
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Green. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Then he'll give it here to his running back. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Got it.
36. Line 36.
Check right, check. Hey, box drop, box drop.
36. 36. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Zerline good with a PAT. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Protein spill. Now.
On third down, Johnson. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Set, ready. 70 Andrews. Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Stop your body.
Now Murray off play action. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, Jet.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 26, check 26.
80 weapon.
Johnson. Well, that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Alert.
Hey, line 7.
Line 36. Line.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively.
But he's into the clear. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You. Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Check. Lucky. Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready, go.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
Ready.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. Anyway.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once it...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That's complete to Sharp. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll drop the throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
Here we go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 52.
And again this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And it's third down.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. On play action, it's Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
We got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Keep playing hard. Let's get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cards, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Packers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.